Hello, I'm Mohsen Jamal and you watch Afghan News. The NATO-led coalition commander in Afghanistan has said that Afghan and foreign forces have been able to achieve a permanent improvement in security, which now needs to sustain over the long term, the German press agency DPA reported. In an interview with the German presidency on Saturday, General John Allen said that the accomplishment of the surge and the continued growth of the Afghan National Security Forces has in fact achieved a permanent improvement in the security. He added that the trend for a downward spiral in progress reported by his predecessors has been reversed and is going in the right direction. On night operations, Allen said he is committed to support the operations, adding that Afghan commandos take part in every night operation now, and they plan to accelerate even more the capabilities of the Afghans to take over these operations themselves. Allen said he is confident that Afghan forces can take the lead, although challenges lie ahead, but the drawdown date of 2014 is attainable. Australian Prime Minister Julia Gillard said Monday that the Australian military training mission in Afghanistan could be completed before the 2014 target date after an Afghan army commander told a newspaper that Australian troops should be withdrawn immediately. Gillard's speech to Parliament raises the possibility that the Australian troop withdrawal could begin within the next 3 years. Gillard said her government had no timetable for the Australian military's primary objective of training an Afghan National Army brigade to take responsibility for security in Rozgan province. The commander of the Afghan troops being trained by the Australians, Brigadier General Muhammad Zafar Khan, told the Age newspaper in an interview published Monday that the mentors should go immediately, leaving behind modern equipment including 9 mine detectors, night vision goggles and medical evacuation helicopters. Australia has around 1,550 troops in Afghanistan, the largest force provided by any country outside NATO, with 32 Australian soldiers have been killed in the conflict. Afghan National Police have killed 5 armed insurgents and arrested 5 others over the past 24 hours, the Interior Ministry said in a statement on Monday. The statement added that ANP, in collaboration with Afghan National Army, National Directorate for Security and Coalition Forces, launched 2 joint operations in surrounding areas of the Helmand and Ghazni provinces. During these operations, ANP discovered and confiscated several weapons and 3 motorbikes. In the meantime, ANP discovered and defused 4 rocket launchers, 10 mortar mines and 5 82mm artillery shells as a result of security operation in surrounding areas of the Kabul, Kandahar and Logar provinces over the past 24 hours, the ministry added. It also said that the 101 Kabul Zone National Police has detained 4 individuals who were accused of robbery, beating and killing of people in surrounding areas of the 16th, 5th and 11th districts of Kabul city. The Taliban's self-styled financial in charge has been arrested in a major anti-terrorism operation in Afghanistan, officials said. Afghan forces launched a clean-up operation Sunday against the Taliban in Ghazni province and captured the militant named Mullah Shah Wali. Afghan army officer Dilawar Shah Dilawar said there were no casualties among the security forces and civilians, he added. The Taliban militants have not commented on the issue yet. A British soldier was killed Sunday in an improvised explosive device blast in southern Afghanistan's Helmand province. The country's defense ministry said on Sunday. The soldier from the 1st Battalion, the Princess of Wales's Royal Regiment, was a member of a joint foot patrol with Afghan National Security Forces in the Nahri Saraj area when he was killed in the IED explosion. The death brought to 389 the number of British troops killed since operations in Afghanistan began in October 2001. Of these, at least 344 were killed in combat, and he is the 41st to die this year. Britain has around 9,500 troops in Afghanistan, making it the 2nd largest contributor to the NATO-led International Security Assistance Force. Protesters calling for Egypt's military to hand over power have beaten back a new raid by security forces to evict them from Cairo's Tahrir Square after more than 48 hours of violence in the heart of the Egyptian capital. Security forces fired tear gas and attacked a makeshift field hospital on Monday morning, while protesters broke up pavements to hurl chunks of concrete at police. At least 22 people have been killed and 1,500 have been wounded in clashes clashes between government forces and protesters in Cairo and other cities since Saturday in some of the worst violence since the overthrow of Hosni Mubarak, the former Egyptian president. Egypt's health ministry reported Tahrir Square was the major rallying point for protesters in Cairo when an 18-day uprising toppled Mubarak from 3 decades of power in February. Police, backed by army officers, fired tear gas canisters and charged demonstrators in the square as darkness fell on Sunday, temporarily sending protesters fleeing. Syria's foreign minister has attacked the Arab League, saying the organization is being used as a tool to take the Syrian crisis to the UN Security Council. Walid al-Ma'alem was speaking in Damascus on Sunday shortly after the Arab League rejected Syria's proposed amendments to a peace plan to end the country's turmoil, saying the changes put forward by Damascus altered the plan's essence. Al-Ma'alem says the proposed Arab League mission gave excessive authority to the observers and violated Syria's sovereignty, but denied that Damascus had sought to restrict the observers' movement within Syria. The minister says Syria will send a reply to the Arab League Secretary General asking for clarifications on why the proposed amendments were rejected. The League wants to send a 500-strong mission of monitors to Syria to assess the situation there and had given Damascus 3 days from a meeting on November 16th to abide by an Arab plan aimed at ending the violence and starting talks between the government and opposition. Libya's former intelligence chief Abdullah al-Senussi has been arrested. An official in the National Transitional Council has said. The NTC official, who declined to be identified, said that Abdullah al-Senussi was arrested in Al-Ghawra region in the south of the country without providing details on when he was captured. News of Senussi's capture came a day after Libya's new rulers announced the arrest of the late Muammar Gaddafi's son and one-time heir apparent Saif al-Islam, who had also been on the run for months. The International Criminal Court issued arrest warrants on June 27th for Saif al-Islam, Gaddafi and Senussi on charges of crimes against humanity committed while crushing anti-regime protests earlier this year. Senussi, 62, is the brother-in-law and former right-hand man of Gaddafi, who was arrested and killed last month. And that New York authorities have arrested an alleged Al-Qaeda sympathizer in a suspected plot to build a pipe bomb to kill government workers and returning U.S. soldiers, officials have said. Jose Pimentel, a 27-year-old Dominican man who resides in New York and has U.S. citizenship, was charged with 3 terrorism-related counts, court documents showed on Sunday. Michael Bloomberg, the city's mayor, announced the arrest and charges at a joint news conference on Sunday evening with the city's police commissioner and district attorney. Bloomberg said Pimentel had planned to target police, postal facilities and others, and said he was a lone wolf without affiliation to foreign terrorist organizations. City Police Commissioner Raymond Kelly said Pimentel, though not affiliated with an outside group, was a follower of slain Islamic cleric Anwar al-Awlaki, who was killed in a U.S. raid in Yemen on September 30th. And that's all for now. Thanks for staying with us.